show, we get to cover stories from different parts of the world. And today we have a combination. One is about Africa, more specifically Ghana. And the other one is from Europe. A couple who lives in, I believe, Denmark, Switzerland, and Germany stockists for Prife International. So for start, we will have to welcome our guest from Germany, right? I mean, now you're getting me all confused. Susanna and Oliver Silverhøj. Yeah, we can laugh about it. It's just an amazing.
Very true, yeah. Very confusing. It's very confusing. Yeah. We live in Copenhagen, Denmark, and Susanna is Swedish. I'm Danish, and also I'm from Germany. How much more confusing can it be?
I know you guys were trying to confuse me, right? So well, it worked. Anyway, good to have you in today's live stream. And the reason why both of you are here is because, of course, first of all, I read your story and I was very touched with the, how it has helped you, from your discomfort and problems. So we'll start off with Susanna. Susanna have this, I don't know if it's rare, but EMF sensitivity. And also you had fibromyalgia and also near blindness. And you were, I guess, probably close to some kind of depression last year, if I may, Ed. So please tell us about your journey and how you discovered this wonderful device and how it has helped you. Tell us about it, Susanna.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Well, so I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia like a decade ago. So that's like another. So I lived a very complicated life in many ways because I had to really find ways to navigate, because fibromyalgia is an autoimmune disease. And basically, when I got the diagnosis, they said that take antidepressants and painkillers until you get an ulcer, because then 25% of those who get this diagnosis, they take suicide after a few years, because it's basically you're in pain 24/7 in the periods of when it's a bit cold. So we actually moved to Costa Rica and to even to get the heat and we tried everything. I used to teach at the University for Nutrition and Health. So I've done a lot of studies and I did a lot of research, what ways. So I've tried everything I could even think of to feel okay, and managed, to have periods where I was pain-free and had an okay life. And then 3-4 years ago, I started to get super sensitive to EMF. So basically, I couldn't go anywhere where it's radiation, like, the Wi-Fi or mobile. So no, I couldn't go anywhere. And we are quite a globetrotter family, so we travel a lot, which meant that we haven't been able to travel because there's Wi-Fi and everywhere. You can't find a hotel without it, or and well, we found an isolated island at one time, but
yeah, well, basically you have to live off the grid, and that is not easy, because you are also an author and you have podcasts and you have a lot of things, and I guess the world is connected and it's pretty hard to run away from that.
And that's what the I came in, because I was isolating myself in in the living room and with it looks like a spaceship most of the time, because we try to protect from the radiation. I have cables in the stuff like that. But then I all of a sudden I got a bleeding in my eye, meaning I couldn't use my computer or be on any screen. So which meant that I couldn't do anything. So either it was the fibromyalgia, or it was the EMF, or it was the eyes that they thought I was going blind. And so a year and a half ago, that, you know, I was almost depressed. I wasn't, but I, you know, it felt quite hopeless, because I'm a, you know, a woman with a lot of resources and a lot of power and, you know, like energy inside, but my body didn't want to collaborate. And then a friend told me about the iTerra Care, and I got it exactly a year ago. I started to use it on daily basis, and within days the pain was gone. And we have just come home from Italy, celebrating my 50th birthday, and
Wow.
we could travel around and be with all the EMF and everything. It's so, like my field is so strong, so it doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
The energy, I feel better than I have in my whole life. And then within 3 weeks, the bleeding had stopped, and so I don't have to take the injections in my eye anymore. And so basically I feel better than I have in my whole life. And so I feel very, very committed to bring these devices out in the world, because it is like the closest to a Harry Potter wand, you know.
I know, it's just amazing. I mean, oh wow, just to listen to you, I can feel you, you know, what you have gone through. And in the case of Oliver, I guess you well, you're not really a networker in a sense, but you became a stockist in Germany.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you can tell us and share with us your reason for being a stockist.
Yeah, well, it's quite it was quite obvious to me when I witnessed what was happening to Susanna, and I could see her joy and feel the energy that she was able to contain and produce. And I was a little, you know, okay, that's good, you've got a new toy, the wand, and she used it. And I saw the results, and okay, I better use it myself. So I got some pretty amazing results as well. But and Susanna has started the networking part of working with it. But I know that I'm not a networker. Then I was asking, but what's this stockist thing? And there is some stockists in Europe. But maybe could we be stockists in some way? Susanna said, darn, I thought about the same thing. Maybe let's explore it. And as things were, a couple of weeks later, there was an event in Copenhagen where we live, where Victor and
Nathan and
yeah, they were there. So we set up a meeting, and it was like, okay, let's go for it, because
amazing.
What we want to do is we want to make the biggest impact we can do in the world with our lives, and it can take many forms. And this is with the results that the iTerra Care can produce.
Yeah.
I could see that contributing to bringing these devices out would be something that would have a very, very high impact in the world.
Yeah.
If it had been, I don't know, something else, telephones or
well, you found your purpose.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been a stockist for a liquor company, but for the most amazing device in the world, yes, thank you very much. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming forward to share your story. I'm sure it will inspire some people who are listening or watching, or maybe sometime in the future. And those people who have similar problems like Susanna, maybe they'll give it a try. You never know. But before I let you guys off, I mean, what about the water? Did you want the water and drink it?
This is such a good question, because we are water nerds. So we have been working with water for years. You know, we produce our own water. I'm a chemical engineer by training. You know, so you should see our water system here at home. We are filtering. We are not only filtering, but we are sort of restructuring it. We're taking everything out of the water, new minerals, restructuring it, trying to emulate the water that comes out from the mountain, from the spring. to produce that kind of water, and we were having really good water. So it took a little while before Susanna's sponsor said, "But do you want the water?" And she said, "Okay, we better start trying to do that." And it actually made a huge difference to the water as well when we started to blow the water. So do it. I mean, whatever quality of water you have, use the blower on the water.
Yeah.
It is so important.
I don't know why. I mean, what made me ask you that question? But again, everything happened for a reason, right? So you were kind of like, okay, I got it all figured out. I'm gonna structure my water like, you know, what the waterfalls, you know, that kind of natural spring or whatever kind of water. And then here you have somebody telling you, hey, you gotta want this water and it's gonna be. So I'm sure there were some doubts within yourselves at that time, right? But amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I said to him, it's like, you know, you ask me to, you know, I already have a Rolls Royce water. Why would I, you know, do even more? And he's like, well, but then you add the terahertz. And I'm like, oh, that's true. Let's try it. And yeah, the thing is, I noticed how thirsty my body was, even though the water molecules of the water we had before was much less clustered than, you know, regular water. But the terahertz water, the charged water, it's amazing. You know, I couldn't live without it now. So yeah.
That's very powerful coming from both of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here today. And really, we really appreciate both of you. And continue.
Well, thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be invited to come and share our stories here. And we look forward to journeying with Prife for many years ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Well, hopefully I'll get the opportunity to catch up with you guys, maybe in Thailand if you guys decide to go there.
Thailand,
of course. Yes.
Everyone should come to Thailand.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Likewise. Bye.
Okay. Well. There you have it. I think for even among the skeptics, well, you should really reconsider, right? I mean, if you have similar situation, maybe this will be the time for you to try this wonderful product. Our next guest is all the way from Ghana in Africa, and yeah, wow, his resume is pretty amazing. Well, if I may, before I introduce him personally, Dr. William is you know, an entrepreneur and a visionary leader with an outstanding track record, and he serves as the founder and president of WASK, W-A-S-K, and WASK Group, a dynamic consultancy firm, and recently assumed the role of CEO of Prife International in Africa. And he's from Ghana. Can we welcome our special guest for today, Dr. William? Hi, Dr. William. How are you? And
hi.
Good to meet you again. The last time we
was
in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. And wow, you have a big task in front of you, right? You have a big task.
Yeah.
Now, before I start, please tell us and carry us through about your previous experiences in other industries, as well as networking.
Well, I started network marketing when I was very young because my mom was a network marketer.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as an entrepreneur from Africa, my dream and visions was to transform the lives of many. You understand? And when you are an entrepreneur, a lot of people are thinking about going to the bank, but if you are a young entrepreneur, having access to investment or having access to different stream of income to back your vision is very difficult. I started my own company when I was 15 years old. I was into waste management, sanitation, recycling, and all those things. And after school, during my practice, I really wanted something to also back my entrepreneurship journey. So I went into the venture of network marketing, and everything went well. We built teams. We did almost close to $30 to $40 million in sales in most of the corporations I was working with. And I was also given the title of Master Networker by the Network Times magazine in the US. Eric Worre did the closing. So I've also served my way by impacting lives here in Africa, touching over close to 20 to 50,000 young people, and also teaching them how to leave their comfort zone to also make it up to the top. But I resigned in network marketing. That was 2020, and my last company of Total Life changed in the US. And that is when I thought that I was done. So I had to pay attention to my company and my business. And earlier, I met Mark and Sarah in Dubai. And I was sitting in the lobby of Givora, the tallest hotel in the world. And Mark and Sarah and I had a conversation, and they wanted to introduce this one to me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that happened. I told them no, I was not interested. And Mark said, no, it's going to help you. I said, no, let's talk. And Mark sent me a lot of images and messages and videos. I did not even open it. But I had this neck pain because I had gone to about 6 different countries. And Mark came to my place in the hotel and just did something like this with the machine. And in 2 minutes, the pain was gone. But still, I had in my heart not to pay attention to receive. So when I flew back to Ghana, my mom told me that, son, your father is dying. My father is having chronic sciatica. My father is having sciatic pain. And because of the pain meds, it's affected the kidney, and he has pedal edema, swelling of the legs and the face and the body. But something happened. My mom had rented the device, the red one, the classic, from a UK doctor who rented it to my mom like $20 a day for 6 days. So when I came back to Ghana, mom said I should come home. When I got home, she showed me the machine. I said, I met a gentleman in Dubai who just showed me this machine. What is it doing in your house? And she was like, son, the doctor said I should bring back the machine because your dad did not use it. He wanted you to come and verify if it was safe. So mom said, please look into this for me. I believe it will save your father's life. And I called Mark and said, brother, I'm ready to align with you. Show me the way. I flew to Malaysia. And when I went to Malaysia, it was like a different world. The people were not just talking about money. I met the BODs. These are people who believe in God and in humanity. The vision of this company is not about money. It's about how to tap into different streams to help humanity. Who will give you good health and give you good money? This company is the combination of the two. So when I saw the presentation, Nathan did a presentation, I was tearing up. I just heard a voice that you have to receive the information. And I told Mark and Dr. Stephen that if this thing helped my father, the world will hear about it. In life, I stand for greatness. I stand for legacy. I don't look for money. The true wealth is the number of people you could impact in your life. So when I came down to Ghana, I gave my kid sister the red machine to go back and blow my dad. In 7 days, all the pain he was having in his body, the facial puffiness and the legs swollen, everything was gone. And from that day till this day, I've been living a prime life. Every day I wake up for Prife. I do everything for Prife. I change my ways and everything to align with the higher vision to make Prife number one, and also to let Care move in the horizon from Ghana to the Africa at large and the world at large. And I started building back to back. By the grace of God, I have teams everywhere in South Africa, in Tanzania, in Malawi, in Kenya, in Nigeria, and everywhere. And it's just not about me. The vision is how many houses and how many homes can we put at one there? We have to be the mouthpiece to share the great news and our testimonies to the world. So that is how I encountered all this great opportunity, and that's why I'm here today.
Wow, amazing, Dr. William. I think you said it all. I don't have anything else. You are so charismatic, and you do it from here. And that's
Yes.
important. That's important. So I believe that in November, you have a plan to do some kind of a roadshow. Would you like to share with us? Yeah.
All right. So we have really studied the market. We have built a strong foundation where nothing can come and destroy. We have been standardized by the government. Our machines have been accepted by the people, and the people love it. So the next move is to create momentum. Momentum is when there are thousands and millions of people waking up every single day believing in our vision. So we are going to scale up a momentum roadmap. We'll be going to Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, the West African countries, and we'll enter into the northern sector, we enter into the eastern sector, the southern sector, for the world to hear what we have. So we are going to create a momentum to impact Africa, where people can have access to this one, and they can have, because a lot of people, whenever you are looking for something good, people are also engineering bad ways to destroy that legacy. So a lot of people flooded the market with the fake ones, and people do not even know which one is correct. So we are building a whole leadership in order to educate the mass about which one is original, which one is bad. And now we are building seasonal leaders in all the African countries, where we will all come back together as one family to also make sure that the vision of Prife will be backed. So from November, we'll be doing a massive tour and building this legacy and spreading the good news. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. With your passion, mission, and vision, it's gonna explode in different countries in Africa. And you have more than 50 countries, I believe, in Africa. And hopefully many of these leaders will go to Thailand with you. And
yes,
certainly everything starts from here and here. And feeling you, I can feel you're gonna go very far, and you're gonna change the livelihoods of many people in Africa, as well as the many people who are now crying for help because of the different problems in health that they have right now. And our miracle product is definitely going to be able to help them. Thank you so much.
That.
Yeah.
I like that. That I must say, for everybody to hear and understand, my first encounter with group president, Dr. Stephen had a treat for me. We went for lunch, and after having the lunch, we were walking. We saw a young kid with crutches. And when we bypassed the kid with crutches, Dr. Stephen looked back and watched the kid more than 4 times. He couldn't stand to see someone in pain. So I knew that in order to have a maximum effect in this company, it has to be from here. And I must tell you, I own a general hospital on the busiest road in Ghana. The miracle tool that is holding the hospital now is this same machine. So in life, I nearly missed the opportunity in Dubai, but opportunity found its way back to my father's house in order to bring me into divine alignment. Not knowing that whatever we are looking for in life is also looking for us.
Yes.
Every single day, people come to the hospital because of this one. They don't come because of labs. They don't come because of anything. People are gearing towards what we call preventive medicine. And when they get to understand the dynamics of what we have, they are willing to also use it. So what you're saying about it being a miracle, it has really touched my whole livelihood and the way I do my things. And I would like to thank you also. When I was in Malaysia, you inspired me. You gave me some of the materials, the tools to watch. And we watch your videos every day with the 7 wonders and everything. And Prife, have the best people who are working not for money, but working for humanity. And I would like to commend you for that.
Thank you so much. Wow, you're a very, very passionate person. Thank you so much, Dr. William. And yes, I think the best is yet to come from you.
Make it happen.
Thank you for being here today, and see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Wow, very powerful, passionate leadership, I believe, that will transform Africa. And many people are going to hear about us, and many people will benefit with this amazing range of products that we have. Thank you for watching today. And I hope that some of the things being highlighted will probably if you're new, make you want to try the wonderful miracle one, magical one. I don't know what you call it, but it is iTerra. Okay. Thank you so much, and see you again next week. Bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTerra Classic and iTerra Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prife International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prife International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.